I didn't want you guys to catch that. That was really fun. Welcome back to the show. I have in the studio a really, really exciting guest, Omotunde Lolo Adebowale, media personality and actor. You're also a radio presenter. You used to host the radio show Oga Madam during your time at Wazobia FM. And you've since rebranded yourself to be known as an actor and a stand-up comedian. Welcome to the show, Lolo.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
I said used to host because you recently left Wazobia FM after 13 years?
Like 12 plus, and almost 12 years.
Yeah, 12 years on radio. What has that been like? And did I say it's good to have you on the show?
Yeah.
Because it's really, really good to have you on the show. And people are often surprised to know that you're Yoruba. I'm sure that is one of the hugest things that people are surprised about.
Yeah, a lot of people actually think I'm Igbo. I always tell them I'm a Yoruba woman with an Igbo core.
Oh.
Something inside of me is Igbo. I don't know how. Or I'm completely Yoruba actually by birth, but by integration and choice, I'm Igbo inside.
Do you speak Igbo?
I do not, but I can understand bits and pieces.
So you've been on radio since 2004. What are some of the lessons that life has taught you?
Well, radio is an exciting place to be because it affords you the opportunity to be many things to many people. And it gives you like a whole spectrum of learning. Because being a radio host, you have to be many things to many people. People ask you the most absurd questions. That means you have to read wide, you have to learn, you have to, keep abreast of everything that is happening. So those are some of the things that, makes radio very core. And life lessons, I think radio just allows you to be who you want to be. Because a lot of us are always tired of being one person. So you can legitimately have multiple personality on radio and it won't be like a psychotic thing. So I think I enjoy
Nobody
that.
will be administering any drugs.
No drugs.
For
No
that
drugs.
word. People often say, it's not something that people often say, we all know that the media here, people don't earn as much as they should or they deserve. But particularly about radio, they say radio doesn't pay enough to sustain what it is that you do and the amount of commitment that goes with being on radio. Because I remember someone telling me that one of the most difficult things about being on radio is the commitment. You can't afford to be late. Like, you are actually committed. You're committed at every job, but radio actually requires your commitment.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So tell me, is it true that one of the reasons why you find a lot of OAPs or radio personalities doing so much is because the pay doesn't, balance out?
I don't think it's about that. I think everybody on earth cannot be paid what we're worth. But it depends on how passionate you are about what you do. If everything is about Naira and Kobo, there are many jobs that will not find anybody doing them. So for me, radio, of course, it's not like you're paid as much as you want to be paid, but you love what you do. And because a lot of lives are tied to you, now we do personality radio where people love you as the on-air person. So really sometimes the choice is taken away from you wanting to be away. So you do it for the love of the people most of the time. And I don't really think it's because of that we do other things. It's just fortunate that us that are in the industry, we are multi-talented.
We have to go on a quick break right now. We have to pay bills. We'll be right back.
Sure.
And we are back, world. I apologize for only saying hello to Lagos, hello to the world, because we're streaming globally. Rubbin Minds.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love this show so much. Anyway, so coming back to you, Lolo. You joined radio I said 55. I apologize. 13, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And radio then and radio now, what has changed? Do you think social media is competing for the attention of radio listeners?
Well, it's side by side actually, because radio is traditional and it will always be what it is. Social media is catching on. But I don't think they can push radio out because traditional media will always be what it is. It's the traditional media that gave birth to the new social media. So I don't think they're competing adequately, but radio still has its own place. And radio then and now, for me, I think our new crop of broadcasters don't really go by the strict rules that we went by. Like when we were trained, I was trained by Radio Nigeria. It doesn't matter where you are from in the country. You must pronounce name properly. But here, I've seen them
Gotcha.
murder people's names and there's no consequence for it. It's just, hey, I could just do. I've actually heard mixed tongues. I've heard somebody that spoke British American with a bit of Polish.
I think it's called Lafa.
Oh,
Locally acquired foreign accent.
Oh my God. And you're wondering, because just speak good English the way we should. If you hear a South African speak, you can hear the South African tongue behind them. It's there. There's nothing to be ashamed of if you're a Nigerian. But here we shall want to sound foreign. So some of those things are the things that have differed, and style of music, delivery, accessibility. It's a lot of things are easier now.
People have also said that podcasts are the future of radio. Do you find that to be true?
I'm wondering, because when you say the future, it's just children that are being born. It's just like saying you become better than your mother. You might, but your mother is still your mother. So podcasting is something we need to focus on, because if you're not evolving, then you are dying. So whether radio is evolving into podcasting or anything they're doing in that realm, I think everybody's just going to gravitate towards it eventually.
Why did you leave Wazobia? I'm sure people have asked you this over and over, but we notice it's almost like exodus of exits. Like you just left. It just happened. There was no pre-announcement. I myself woke up one day and just saw it on your social media that you're leaving Wazobia FM. What happened?
Well, nothing happened. Just say life happened, change happens. I love Wazobia. I'm very proud to be a pioneer of something new, something different. But no matter how you love something, it has to come to a time when you want to evolve into something more. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not leaving radio completely. In fact, I'm just about to birth something, a new radio.
Give us the exclusive, girl.
I know you want to know.
You want to know. But your fans want to know.
I'm going to have to hold it and just give me another 3 weeks. Then you will definitely know. And I'm in labor room right now. So I'm about to birth radio. So everybody should just focus on
that. What is your relationship like now with the Wazobia family? And how would you rate their, the experience and the journey there at the time?
I had a fantastic time working with them. And that's why I did everything I should do properly. I resigned the way I should, because they're family to me. I've been there for almost 12 years. So you can't say, oh, they're alien. They're very accommodating. They're very kind. In fact, they threw me a big send-forth party, and that really was very heartwarming. I have a great relationship with every individual there, so it's not anything like hostile. So it's friends. But if we're going to be doing similar, then maybe there's going to be some kind of, I don't know how that is going to translate when I begin to do what I want to do next. But I'm just, we're professionals. That doesn't mean that because we're doing similar things doesn't make us enemies. It's just what it is, work.
Okay. I also know that you're a lawyer. You practiced law actually for 3 years before you moved into broadcasting. Why are lawyers always dragging with us in media? Please help me, tell me.
I don't think we're dragging. When you have a legal background, it's a broad spectrum, honestly. We take courses from everywhere. Sociology, you take from law, you take from humanities. You even take some mathematical
courses. By the way,
courses.
Ebuka is on this table that I'm shaking because
yes,
he too is a lawyer.
So a lot of us are. So that means that affords you the opportunity to be able. When you go to court, it's like drama. You have to present your cases with eloquent words, flowery delivery, panache, and all that swag and everything. So it's a mix.
You mean it's our Nigerian courts?
Yeah. If you've been in court, you know that it's a fun place to be.
Wow. Maybe I'll go check out Naira Marley when he goes to court. I'll go see how that goes.
I guess.
Okay, so acting. You've also delved into acting, and you are one of the most beloved characters off of Jennifer, Funke Kindele's Jennifer. You are Adaku, and that is a role that you have reprised so well. Sometimes people even call you Adaku in real life. How is it that you're able to interpret that role so good?
Honestly, I think Funke is a genius. Sometimes when I tell people, there are people that just know how to spot.
Why Nigeria just crowned her the queen of media? So, yeah.
Let's not, if you see Funke's craft, you can hate to love her, love to hate her. When it comes to her job, she's top notch. Trust me. When she wrote the character, I'm sure she probably shopped around. I'm like, okay, she's seen me on stage, she's seen me do a couple of things that probably drove the decision. But Adako and I just sing so well that the marriage is like, even me, I'm wondering, how come me and her are so closely knitted, and the way people have embraced the character, they love the character. Children love the character particularly, and it's very humbling for me, honestly. So I cannot even take all the glory. I just got the script I was given, and by God, I interpreted it, and that's why we are here. Part of some of the things that have, brought me more recognition internationally.
Mm. And you're also a single mom with 4 children. How have you done it all? You're putting together, you have a new play coming up, Alero. It's replacing Oga Madam, your previous play, I believe.
I don't think it's replacing Oga Madam. It's my comedy show. Alero is a stage play I'm putting together.
And it's a musical play?
Yes, it's a musical. It has dance, it has drama inside. It's just little bits, parts of me that I'm putting out. There's no comedy show I've done when I do Oga Madam live on stage. I will still do Oga Madam because it's comedy basically, but I would infuse drama into everything I do because art is life. So now I'm just pulling out the drama and putting up a musical. I've always wanted to do a musical because stage has its own magic. And that's what I hope I'll do.
So this is your first musical play?
Yes, it's my first musical.
So what should we expect from Alero?
Alero is it's a beautiful story that, everybody has that grass to grace story. But when it comes to grass to grace, sometimes we should know that many a times when we say we don't want to be the people that hurt us, but I find out that a lot of people become exactly the people that hurt them. So if you don't hold yourself back, you're just going to be the person that you hate. So that's the story, basically. So she had her own beginning humble. Of course, she grew into prominence and she became another thing before everything came together for her. So it's a beautiful projection. Everybody, if you come to watch the play, you find a little bit of yourself in everything that you see on stage. There'll be humor, there'll be beautiful music, great dancing. I love to dance. I'm not dancing so much in this particular edition, but maybe when it goes round, I might do more dancing because of, putting it together is very hectic.
We cannot wait to see it. Thank you so much, Lolo. I wish you all the very best with the play. When is it?
It's the 10th of November at the Muzan Center.
Okay.
We have 2 shows, 4 and 7 p.m.
I do hope that you have an amazing outing, as they say, break a leg. And yeah. Oh, I think you were supposed to tell me, I asked you how you have done it all. Because that is a super question. I'm not yet a mom, but I have a busy life just like you do. How do you do it all?
I just think it's about setting priorities for yourself and knowing fully well that you don't own your children's life. They are going to live their lives. So the best thing is to find a beautiful balance where you have your work life because you're typifying your life to your children. My children know how much I work. Today they were in T-shirts today with me, putting out handbills for people to come and watch the show. So they understand what I do perfectly and they do their own bit. So we're living our lives side by side. I'm typifying what hard work means to my children.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for coming. It's been great having you. I hope you do come back.
Sure.
We have come to the end of the show, and it's also the end of my time here as host of Rubbin Minds. I'm so emotional. Thank you so much, Nigeria, Africa, and the world for watching. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you to the crew. Most especially, thank you to Ebuka Ubi-Uchendu, who will be reprising his seat very soon. God bless you all. I love you. Take care of yourselves and each other.